Certainty kills opportunities, and you know why? When you talk too much, you turn mystery into an instruction manual. In a world where complexity and unpredictability are sources of inspiration and power, revealing all your secrets or exposing every thought reduces the impact of your potential. It's like trading the magic of the enigma for the weight of predictability, and that, my friend, is fatal for any opportunity. Imagine each word you speak is a piece of a unique puzzle that only you can assemble. When you overexpose yourself, the game becomes predictable, and people stop seeing the depth of your knowledge. They start seeing you as an open book, a script where there's no room for surprises. Without that veil of mystery, your aura dissipates and respect turns into indifference. The value of mystery and intrigue. A leader who sparks doubts about their own abilities, not negatively but intriguingly, earns respect. Why? Because they leave room for imagination, for building an image that goes beyond the obvious. They know that true influence lies in provoking questions, in making people think and seek answers for themselves. But consider this: if people are absolutely certain that you're arrogant, weak, or predictable, there's no room for that magic anymore. In those moments, your essence dilutes, and with it, your ability to transform situations and inspire change. How many times have you seen opportunities slip away because of that excess of certainty? Too many words, the price of exposure. How many times have you lost respect, deals, or relationships because you talked too much? Every unnecessary word can be like a poorly fitted puzzle piece, revealing more than it should. Remember, loose lips sink ships. By exposing your thoughts without a filter, you give away the power to surprise and captivate. You need to understand that silence, when used strategically, isn't a sign of weakness but of intelligence and mastery. The ability to control your speech is one of the hallmarks of someone who knows that every word has weight and that the timing of a message can transform entire situations. Your voice can be both an instrument of power and a weapon of self-sabotage, depending on how and when it's used. The power of strategic silence. Your tongue is the rudder of your ship. A single degree of deviation can be the difference between a voyage to Europe or a shipwreck towards Antarctica. Every word spoken has the potential to divert the course of your journey. If you don't have the art of measuring your expressions, you end up diverting the course of your success. You know why? Studies and experiences in corporate and high-performance environments show that up to 85% of conflicts start with a poorly chosen word. Instead of being an instrument of construction, speech can become an agent of destruction, turning opportunities into irreparable mistakes. Think, is your mouth a sewer or a fountain? A sewer, where complaints, gossip, and empty words accumulate, can poison your destiny and undermine valuable relationships. On the other hand, a fountain, which distributes powerful questions, profound reflections, and above all, strategic silence, builds lasting legacies and inspires trust. What are you allowing? Every word released without control is a chance to surrender your power. When you let insecurities, fears, or arrogance shine through, people absorb that message and build an image that can be devastating to your ambitions. The art of speaking less and listening more isn't just a communication technique. It's a high-performance lifestyle. Think about how many times you've seen a leader, a CEO, or a mentor see their opportunities dissipate simply because they didn't know how to measure their words. Often, silence loaded with strategy speaks louder than fiery speeches. Silence is the weapon of true leaders, those who know the value of each word and know that at the right moment, less can be much more. Examples that mark history. Imagine a CEO who at a crucial dinner tries to impress with long and detailed stories, wanting to fill every silence with irrelevant information. Instead of enchanting, they end up exposing their insecurity, and with that, lose a deal that could have transformed their company. This example isn't fictional. It's a portrait of how excessive communication can be harmful. The ability to measure what is said is often the difference between success and failure. In various high-performance studies, leaders who practice strategic silence are recognized for their ability to leave room for the imagination of others, to instigate critical thinking, and, above all, to create an environment where every word counts. And that's exactly why silence, when well used, isn't just a pause, but a powerful tool of influence. Questions that transform realities. How many times have you found yourself in a situation where a poorly chosen word changed the course of a project, a relationship, or even a career? Every excessive word can open gaps for doubts and uncertainties, undermining the confidence you need to move forward. Think, every time you speak without thinking, you're allowing the world to decipher your weaknesses. Absolute certainty about who you are, when exposed without moderation, eliminates room for surprise, for mystery, and for evolution. After all, great leaders know that true strength lies not only in demonstrating what they've already achieved, but in maintaining an air of constant evolution, where the unknown always instigates and drives the next step. The path of personal transformation. To transform your communication and consequently your life, you need to take control of your discourse. Each word must be measured, each silence valued, and above all, it's necessary to understand that the power to transform opportunities lies in knowing when to reveal yourself and, mainly, when to be silent. You can transform your communication and build a legacy that inspires respect and admiration. And that doesn't mean becoming a master of absolute silence, but learning to use silence as a strategic resource, a pause that enhances the impact of your words. Imagine that your communication is like a symphony. Each note needs to be at the right moment. Each pause has its value, and each sound, when well measured, creates a melody that enchants and mobilizes. When you master this art, there's no room for monotony. You become capable of influencing, inspiring, and transforming the reality around you. A new perspective on communication. Be aware, too many words can destroy the very image you want to build. Instead of being seen as someone profound and mysterious, you can be labeled as predictable, boring, or even arrogant. The true art of communication is in revealing only what is necessary, in leaving room for the imagination of others to fill in the gaps with admiration and respect. Every word you choose, every silence you maintain, is a reflection of your confidence and your mastery over yourself. By speaking with intention and parsimony, you demonstrate that you don't depend on the approval of others to feel complete. You are a being of value, whose essence doesn't need to be explained, because it's felt and lived. Challenge yourself to be different. In a world where unbridled communication is often mistaken for assertiveness, discover the power of expressing yourself with content and purpose. Silence isn't a sign of weakness. It's the mark of those who master their own narrative. Ask yourself, how many opportunities have you let slip away because you didn't know when to stop talking? How many relationships, deals, and moments of maximum potential have been compromised by an excess of certainty? The answer may be the trigger for a personal revolution, one that transforms every conversation into a chance to demonstrate your true strength and leadership ability. Developing the art of silence. Adopting strategic silence is, first and foremost, an act of self-knowledge. You need to be aware of the value of each word and the impact it can have on the environment around you. When you become capable of identifying the right moment to speak, and above all, to listen, you put yourself in a privileged position of power. See how to transform this practice into a daily skill. Reflection. Before speaking, before opening your mouth, take a deep breath and reflect on what really needs to be said. Ask yourself, does this word add value? Does this message inspire or just fill a void? This practice helps avoid impulsive comments and protects your image. Value silence. See moments of silence as opportunities. A well-placed silence can be more eloquent than a series of unnecessary words. Learn to use these pauses to reinforce your authority and create an environment where ideas flow naturally. Listen actively. Communication isn't just about talking. It's, above all, about listening. By listening attentively, you demonstrate respect and create deeper connections. Active silence allows you to absorb valuable information and respond more assertively. Emotional control. Mastery of speech is intimately linked to emotional control. When you remain calm even in challenging situations, you convey confidence and security. This emotional balance is essential to maintain clarity and strategy in communication. Train self-discipline. Practice makes perfect. Establish personal challenges, such as set periods of silence during important conversations or meetings. This discipline not only strengthens your presence, but also teaches you to value each word spoken. Transforming your communication, transforming your life. True power lies in the ability to control the flow of words. When you decide to be selective and strategic, you build an image of leadership and wisdom. Instead of getting carried away by the urge to impress, you demonstrate that every word has a purpose. This stance not only safeguards your authority, but also inspires those around you to seek a higher standard of communication. Remember, by mastering the art of silence and strategic speech, you not only transform the way you present yourself, but also how the world perceives you. Every opportunity you preserve, every relationship you strengthen, and every deal you close reflect the power of conscious and well-measured communication. Imagine the impact of living in a constant state of high performance where every word is measured and every silence carries a deep meaning. This is the mark of true leaders, those who know that power isn't in talking non-stop, but in speaking with purpose in strategic moments that really make a difference. Reflect and act now. Ask yourself, are you surrendering your power with every unnecessary word? Are you allowing excessive communication to extinguish the brilliance of your mystery? Or are you willing to transform yourself and adopt the strategy that can take your influence and success to extraordinary levels? The answer is within you. It's time to recognize that to earn and maintain respect, you need more than just words. You need the wisdom to know when they should be used, and mainly, when they should be spared. Every word you withhold has the potential to create an aura of strength and confidence, paving the way for opportunities that would never be revealed if everything was said. Conclusion. The path to mastery and communication. In summary, when you talk too much, you're not just releasing words, you're inadvertently surrendering control of your narrative. Absolute certainty about your own speech can be the greatest enemy of the opportunities the world has to offer. Therefore, embrace the art of strategic silence. Let every word you say be loaded with intention and purpose. Recognize that true power lies in the ability to maintain an air of mystery, to let the unknown fuel the imagination and inspire confidence. Remember, every time you choose to shut your mouth and let silence speak, you demonstrate that you master not only the art of communication, but also the art of living with wisdom and purpose. The change starts now. Reflect, practice, and transform your way of expressing yourself, because in the end, what really defines your success is how you choose to use the power of your words. And you? Are you ready to take control of your communication and, with it, transform your destiny? This is an invitation to deep reflection and conscious action. By understanding that certainty kills opportunities, you open space for innovation, for reinvention, and for the true power to impact the world around you. May each word, each silence, be a firm step in building the legacy you want to leave. Move forward with determination and wisdom, and see how mastering your own voice can transform not only your relationships, but your entire journey towards success and personal fulfillment.